Welcome back to the channel, everyone. As you can tell, we're starting this one off a little bit without having to stare at my face first thing. But if you recall, a couple videos ago, I mentioned something about a motorcycle me and Dad went and picked up. We're actually going to reveal what that was today. I kind of showed you a little hint on the keys sitting on the table. I haven't seen anybody come through with a guess yet. That was correct, so this will be the official unveil video. Like I said, it's pretty cool to me. It's something that's I had never seen up to this point, never had a chance to get my hands on, or really, if I had seen one, it hadn't stuck out to me enough to really notice the uniqueness in it. So first off, starting our day out, we on a road trip. We headed to a little town in Tennessee called Pulaski. Not much to see there, but a little bit about an hour and a half, little hour 45 minutes. We headed over to Dad's house first thing. He wanted to load up his truck, and we took the trailer with us. I'd already been contacted. It was a motorcycle I found off of Marketplace, and speaking with the gentleman, said it did need a clutch adjustment, a couple other little things, but it was good to ride. He just didn't know if he would trust riding it that far first thing. So without further ado, let's show you what we got. And there it is, folks. It's a 1985 Harley Davidson FLTC, so a tour glide. Kind of came out prior, what was known as the Road Glide, prior to, obviously it being rebranded for Road Glide, but it was the first frame mounted fairing they had. So going from their electric glide over to the shark nose style fairing. This is kind of a mixture style year. What I've been told, it was the 85 where they kind of phased out the shovel head top ends and started introducing the Evo. So it's actually a rare find to have the Evo first gen, first introduction of that motor with the shovel head bottom end still in it. But like I said, many cool things. Really having to bring it home, get it in my garage, kind of give it a good look over. Really need to be cleaned up. I know that I was told it sat a little bit before he had even purchased it previously, but said he never really rode it very much, and it kind of sat. And like I said, needed clutch adjustment. When we rode it, it was just very much at the top of the clutch lever to where you could actually slip it through gear. So it was real tight. I guess hindsight, looking back, we could have popped some stuff off and taken a deeper dive on it. But it was running, and we knew we was gonna put it on a trailer. So the only riding it was gonna have is I knew I'd ride it from Dad's house back over to my house, and found out some things on the way there back to the house that, well, you'll see as we get deeper into it. But a little more work than I had bargained for. But main thing, we're gonna get it cleaned up, throw a little bit of a little degreaser on her, and kind of just give her a good bath, a little once over, and see what we're working with. Like I said, I'm just excited to have something that's that old for me, because I mean it's a 40-year-old bike, 25,000 miles on it, so it doesn't have a whole bunch of miles racked up on it. I know he'd just put new tires on it. He put a new battery on it, and it fires right up. It's almost, if you choke it has a harder time starting up. So it fires right up. It sits and runs smooth. Carb has been adjusted well on it. I'm going to assume somebody did that at a certain point because it has a open air filter on it. Nothing done to the exhaust. I don't believe. I don't even think the baffle's out of it. It's not a very loud bike, but one thing I did notice riding home is it's very smooth. The engine vibration, as well as just riding. seat, ergonomics, sitting on top of it, handlebars and everything sat really well. Which that was another thing I knew I was going to have to do. The handlebars, you could just about pull the bars up and down far enough that you could make your mirrors look at the road or look at the sky. It was very loose, so I knew I was going to have to get in there and swap out the bushings, but that's no big deal. So that is one thing we're going to kind of look into is taking the dash console apart on these, getting the bushing swapped out on it. Turn signals, we didn't have any turn signals on the front side of it. All the lights and everything were there, but without digging through the wiring, figuring out what the buttons and everything were supposed to be doing, it turned left on, nothing happened except for in the rear, right? Same thing. So digging into that, kind of got to do a little bit of research. I've never been around these before, so kind of figuring out all the gauges and stuff that are on them, what this bike might be missing. I know it still has the chrome mount for a tour pack on the back, so probably gonna try to see if I can find just a box sitting around. Maybe not even that year specific, but if somebody has a box that we can integrate into it. And some other questions I had mentioned to them previously that I considered going ahead and paint matching the front fairing. I didn't know what had happened, why it was that way, because I assumed with these bikes that it's going to be one color. I know they had some different color schemes, kind of looking at them at this point, to where, I mean, blue ones, and they had multicolored bikes, but they never had one that was a solid red color and then just a different colored front fairing. And racking my brains, I know Harley did some models where they did like different colored saddlebags on them, but even this one not having the tour pack, I would assume if it was some kind of special order, they would have had a black tour pack, but nothing like that was coming up. I checked with the dealership. The gentleman I bought it from said that he was acquaintances with the man who runs Bumpus up here in Murfreesboro, and said that it was a very rare thing that you could get them custom put like that coming from the factory, as long as you knew somebody who could get a request form through and all that stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided where I land on that yet, but we'll either repaint the entire bike to be one color, or we'll at least try to find a box, put black ones on there. But other than that, we're gonna get it cleaned up, try to polish it, get this thing running well, and have a little fun with it. I'm not sure it's one that I'm gonna keep for very long. It was a bike to learn, if anything, on. I've never messed with the Evo style motors, but really just this entire platform, because my own personal bikes, I've got the '07 Road King and I've got a '02 Dyna now. I've had some other bikes. I had a 2013 Breakout at one point. It was it was wonderful as far as the looks of it. To me, it's the baddest looking bike that Harley's came out with, but it rides like a log wagon, and it's not. I guess really, because I'm only 5'8", so 5'8", and the forward controls, and then your bars are set so far forward without having to put some extensions on it and a whole bunch of other stuff. It was not comfortable. I was having to sit basically in a V shape to even ride the thing. So I had taken it in on a trade, actually, from with an Indian Challenger. As a whole nother saga. We bought my wife a new car, and I ended up trading her Jeep for that Challenger and a little bit of money. But I rode that. I loved it. Loved it. It was a good bike. It was one of those that really kind of reminded me of a Goldwing style, where it's just the motor more or less is like a sewing machine, and it's humming along, shifts so easy, but it's so quiet and comfortable. It's one of them you could fall asleep on riding it, but it does not feel the same. It's got a much shorter stroke, way I understand it, than a Harley does. So you don't really have that thump, 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 thump that you're used to feeling. if you ride bikes, you know what I'm talking about. You can feel it in your rear end, you can feel it in your feet, feel it in your hands. It's a different feeling, different sound. So I got rid of that, traded actually for the Dyna and the Breakout on that one, and knew I was going to get rid of the Breakout. It was the more expensive of the bikes, and I didn't need all that. So we let the Breakout go, kept the Dyna. We fixed it up. Obviously, if you've been keeping up with videos, it's just the one we've been doing the front end on. Got some more stuff coming for the rear end on it, but kind of kind of bounce back and forth on do a little bit to this bike, and then we'll do a little bit on this other bike. I never want to be down on both bikes. I need something to ride. All I got right now is trucks, or we have one family car. But all right, got it a fresh bath. I don't think it's been cleaned off in quite some time. Obviously, dark outside too, so we'll get some more videos. Everything when the sun's out, we'll get it rolled up in the garage for the rest of the night. But that's it right there. For anybody who may have guessed what the key was from, 1985 Tour Glide Classic. Got to do a little clutch adjustment on it, get everything cleaned up. We're going to work on polishing, waxing the paint, getting some of the scuffs out of it. See if we can touch up some of the minor stuff. But a couple things on the gauges need to be worked on, but it'd be a fun one if anything, just good learning experience. But there she is.